All right, all right, all right. And we are live. Yo, yo, yo. Tell me what you know. Welcome to the Sunshine Show. Woo! You guys, I have the most special guest for you this evening, this afternoon, this morning, wherever in the world you may roam. I have the one and only, the most amazing, the most phenomenal, the most fabulous, the most Bowie of them all. I have Jeff Pliskin of Raised Fist Propaganda in the house. What's up, Jeff?
Word up. What's going on? Happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thursday, bro. Chilling, trying to stay out of the heat. It is extra hot today out here in California. Where are you at?
I'm in New York.
In New York. All
New
right,
York.
New York City. Very cool, very cool. Are you born and raised New York, or did you move out there?
Technically, I was born in Miami, and my parents moved to New York when I was like 6 months old. So I spent 43 years in New York.
Very nice, very nice.
So yeah, I represent NY.
Awesome. All right, let's check out this chat. You guys make sure to get it on everybody's feet. We got Dave, we got Don McDaniel, we got my wifey Lizzie, motherfucking McGunther in the house. We got my bestie Amelia Tice all the way from Austin, Texas. We got Bill Herbert. Good evening. Oh my God, we got Chrisella, we got Mama Cantu, we got the whole fam bam. Woo! All right, you guys. You know how this works. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, drop them in that chat. And we're going to get this motherfucking party started.
Party time.
All right, bro. So tell us a little bit about the history of Raised Fist Propaganda.
That's pretty crazy. It's just lifestyle stuff. I keep it simple. It started, I guess, high school, college, just taking photos, and it kind of evolved into like my friends and I doing like house parties. Like, when you graduate high school in 12th grade, you do all the house parties, like the backyard parties.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like in high school, I was like always like a shy, nerdy type. And then around 12th grade, when we graduated, I made friends with like these DJ friends, and they had like vinyls. And that's what got me into reggae. Like my friend Chris, we called him DJ Chris, right? Pretty crazy name. So DJ Chris had like all these reggae vinyls, like Super Cat and Buju Banton and all these Jamaican like vinyl records. So I was like, I want to do that, And we started doing these house parties, and like all of a sudden, like I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Like I'm becoming kind of like popular because I was kind of a loser in high school, And doing
Jeff,
like
don't talk about yourself that way.
No, we have to be transparent, and there's nothing wrong with that. I was very shy, skater type, and skateboarding wasn't really cool back then. So, I went to hardcore shows, I went to punk shows, kind of like to get my stress out. And then something like, it's so weird, like 12th grade, I started DJing, and it totally flipped. I turned into a reggae guy somewhere around like 1997. And, had vinyls of like Sublime and, Long Beach Sub All Stars when they came out in like 98, 99. And that's where we were spinning. And like, it's just funny, 20 something years later, 25 to be exact, I'm like filming videos for like these guys. It's like boggles my mind.
Boom. Okay, so it transitioned from being a house DJ to actually being a part of these people's lives in a very big way. And this, everybody, is how you manifest life.
I want to be clear. I was not a house DJ. I wasn't even like I was just like a backyard, put a record on, like pretend I was like scratching. Like my friend DJ Chris, who still spins, is actually pretty good. I was kind of like a poser, where that's why I kind of stopped doing it. It just wasn't me. You know what I mean? Like I still, in my apartment, I still have tons of records, but I picked up a camera and I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what I love doing, taking pictures. So, DJ Chris did the spinning. I did the photos and the funny videos, and it kind of evolved into like a crew, And then, you know, I did that for like 10 years, like literally 10 years. Like, and then one day by chance, I met the Slightly Stupid guys on the beach, and they're like, come on tour with us. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And it's like, yeah, we're touring with Snoop Dogg. I was like, that was my first ever tour in 2009. And I was taking photos like Snoop Dogg and Slightly Stupid, all these backstage like moments. And my shit just kind of blew up after that, you know? So yes, I've a lot I thank those guys tremendously. I still keep in touch with all the dudes and John Phillips, the manager. He was actually in New York City last night. He introduced me to this guy, Denim, who's like on his label now. So we did like, I took him to this like white trash bar called Trailer Park. It was like a theme. And there's like an RV inside the bar. So we were just drinking Miller High Lifes, and I was taking like all these candid photos. So that was kind of trippy. I always like meeting like new bands that are on the come up, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Very cool, Jeff. What a story you have. My goodness.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to do what you love. It's pretty, I try to keep it simple. I'm not going to give you some bullshit. Like, it's just, you got to do what you love, and the friends you make, if you stay friends with them, they're the real deal. If you don't, then you got to let them go, man. They're full of shit.
Yeah, okay. We support that here on the Sunshine Show. Let's check out the chat and see who is hanging out with us. We got Sal. What's up, Salvatore, Nastasia? Yo, yo, yo.
Spiritual Gangster. Spiritual Gangster's from my town, actually, where I grew up. He's
Okay.
from, so I grew up in this town in Long Island called West Islip. It's like right on the beach, which kind of contributed to my reggae. Like, you know, we all listen to reggae in the mid 90s, you know? So it's like, it's kind of like the environment affects you. So like graduation year, everyone's literally pumping Sublime. Like Sublime was all over the fucking radio. And Sal went to my high school, and I wasn't friends with him because he was like older. Like he was like 3 or 4 years older than me, but he went out with this girl who was in my grade, actually.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's all good. And the funny thing is, about in '97, I had like a big afro. Like I grew out my hair like really big. And his ex, Jessica, she went to like the hairstyling program. And she's like, Jeff, let me give you dreadlocks. So she gave me dreadlocks for like 3 days. I was like the first person in like our high school to have like white guy with dreadlocks. But you know, the shit wasn't me, so I cut it. But I didn't want to like be a Jamaican poser dude. But right. I did it, and like you know, and then like 20 years later, she's like, oh, you should meet my boyfriend. He paints, you know. So I took him on the road when I was with Fortunate Youth back in the day, you know.
Very cool. Sal actually said you are the reason that he started painting live. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I just threw him up on stage. He's like, I never did it before. I'm like, shut up and get on stage, dude. like don't complain to me, go. Because that's the only way to do it, man. Like, you just got to get yours, man.
Oh, wow. I love that story. I love Sal so much. And I always love when other people can pump, you know, their friends and the people that they support up, you know, and do things that they wouldn't necessarily do or be involved in. And fucking Sal's killing it. Hell yeah.
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but we all called him Spiritual Gangster. That was his nickname on the Fortunate Youth tour. Like, he didn't have a name. Like, nobody knew his name was Sal. They called him Spiritual Gangster. like literally the band would be like, where's the Spiritual Gangster? Like, I'm like a wrestling guy, like Hulk Hogan, like old school Ric Flair dudes. So like, I give everyone nicknames, like stupid nicknames and shit, you know, because I feel like it makes people stand out, you know.
Yeah.
So I saw him, you know, he's Mr. Spiritual. So I'm like, yo, you're Spiritual Gangster. And we just kind of like played off on that. It was kind of hilarious. And it worked. Like, the crowd was into it. I took photos.
And now Sal, from here on out, is the spiritual gangster. I will no longer call you from your first name.
Well, I don't want to claim that. He might have dropped it. I'm not sure what he's going. I think he reverted back to his God-given birth name. But I know for the 2016-2017 tour, he was strictly spiritual gangster. But you got to talk to Sal about that. I'm not gonna talk for him. Okay. But yeah, during that year was pretty cool. Like, I was with Slightly Stupid for like a good 10 or 12 years. And then Fortunate Youth, I helped them get on the tour in 2016 by chance, So it was like a pretty, I like bands that are like the openers, you know what I mean? Like, if you're opening, then I want to help you like succeed. I want to get you to like headliner status. I kind of get bored of headliners. I don't know why. Like, I feel like, all right, you guys are already famous. Like, what's the next band trying to make it? I'm trying to like figure out why I do that. I don't know.
Well, I love that. It's because you want to help people in the industry. You want to help people grow. You want to help people fucking make it. And that's the kind of people that we need in our lives. Okay. So, don't forget that, everybody. You always want to build up the people around you. Don't be a part of bringing people down and making them feel bad about themselves. And especially when it comes to music, it's just a hard fucking industry to be in.
Yeah, well, listen, you got to understand, like, I've been learning these terms, and it's like that all stems from like insecurity. Like, if someone's like bringing you down or talking shit or haters, like, that's just something's wrong with them, man. You can't get pissed at it. It's like, dude, I've gone through it. I still go through it. Like, even with certain bands' girlfriends, like, talking shit. It's like, dude, like, be quiet.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta, if you're in the scene, you gotta do it for the love. And if you're not doing it for the love, then you gotta think of something else to do to, like, you don't want to live life cranky and like frustrated all the time. Like, what's the fucking point?
Yes, absolutely. Let's check out this chat really quick. We have a lot of family here hanging out with us. We got Matt Duran all the way from Arizona. What's up, Matt? We got DJ Fab, Gabriel Isasi from Kingsville, Texas. We got Sean Azzy in the house. He says, Jeffro.
I gotta look at the chat. How do I look at the chat? I press it.
Wait, what do you? Oh, the chat is on Facebook, so you may not, unless you get on.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and if you get on Facebook, there's a 20-second delay, so make sure that your volume is down. We got Daniel in the house. We got Paul in the house. Ignacio, he says, good evening, fam. What's up, Ignacio? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Let's see. Jesse Duran says, you are super entertaining, Jeff.
Thank you.
Priscilla says, I think you're badass, Jeff. You're very talented.
Thank you.
Spiritual Gangster says, if it wasn't for Jeffro, I wouldn't be painting live. We got Melissa Lynn in the house. What's up, Melissa? We got Megan Richardson all the way from Ohio. What's up, Megan? We got Jake Schwartz in the fucking house. What's up, Jake?
Jake's another good guy. Like, Jake, he's just like a dude that every time I see him in California, he's just like he doesn't even have to talk. You just feel like a vibe. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we need more of, just like less talk and more like action. Just be about it. You know what I mean? Like, just don't tell people what you are, like, just be. And I think with my social media, like, I use it as a tool. There are two ways. You can use your social media as a tool or a mirror, right? And the mirror is like I'm not gonna tell you, like, I teach. That's my real job, right? And like, let me tell you something, like, my principal is annoying me lately. You know what I mean? Like, that just comes with a government job. And like, but I'm not going on Facebook, like, using it as a mirror. Like, let me tell you what happened third period, like, if anything, I don't say anything bad. And then I use Facebook as a tool. And I say, hey, when I'm out of school at 4 p.m., here's a dope photo of denim. Like, I don't even say that. I just post a photo. Like, I don't even give my opinion, because what if people think the photo sucks? But, thankfully people like it. I post a photo of like black and white photo, and like, here's my art. Here you go. Here's my, what's today, Thursday? Like, after this podcast, here's my Thursday art. Here's my Friday art. Here's my Saturday art. Like, you'll never see me giving my opinion on things because it's fucking pointless. You know, like, use it as a tool to express your art. So I'm a camera guy, I'm a director, I'm an artist. So I'm putting out photos and videos. Like, nobody gives a fuck about my politics or how I feel about my neighbor. Like, just be quiet and show your art, man. If you're a musician, just show your music, man. And yes, that's a little abrasive for me to say, but it's the New York in me. So
no, it's all fucking good. I like no filters on this fucking show because everybody knows I have no filter. And Lord knows a lot of people talk a lot of shit about me too. Jeff,
really, I don't believe that.
I come with the whole reputation up in this bitch.
It's a good. You know who hooked me up with you? Jaybird.
Oh, my future husband. I am in love with Jaybird.
Wow, you just said it on your pod. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna text him that after this. I'm gonna say she said that.
I tell him that all the time. I just tagged him in the damn thing. Come on over, Jaybird. I put a ring on it.
Oh my God, good for him. Good for you guys. Yeah, Jaybird's like another, like, he's just a solid dude. Like, I've always known him, and like every time I've seen the guy, it's just like, yo, what are we doing? We're gonna do some music stuff. We're gonna do some hangout. Like, there's no bullshit, right? That it's just positive. Like, go.
Yeah.
And like, that's what, like, here's the thing. Like, I work a 9 to 5. Like, the fact that I'm doing a podcast with you is like stress relieving. You know what I mean? So it's like, I like doing things that get my mind off the corporate lifestyle, as they say.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, Jeff. I like you, Jeff. Let's see here. We got a bunch of fucking people in the chat here blowing us up. Real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to Sammy for sending me this mug that says sorry, no. Oh, you can't see it. It says sorry, no hablo fucktardo. Oh my God, it's so me. Thank you, Sammy, for the late birthday present. I do appreciate it.
Happy birthday. 21, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love this guy. Yes, 21 every motherfucking year. Let's see. Ashley says, Jeff Pliskin, that guy is everywhere.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to be in San Diego tomorrow.
Oh, nice. You're taking a flight down to San Diego?
I'm doing a red eye. I'm doing a video for Eric of Sublime's new band called Spray Allen. I'm going to talk to him actually tomorrow about you, see if he can do your podcast. But I want to know where you got your tattoos from. I like them.
All my tattoo work is done in Texas and San Antonio at Element Tattoo Studio, the best of the best. Jedediah Reed does my tattoo and my art. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Are you a Texan? You're a Southern Belle?
I am. I'm originally from South Texas. Transplanted to Santa Cruz about 11 years ago. I've been here by the beach.
Dude, I was just in Santa Cruz. I went to there's like a bar on the next to the pier, and they do like a dance party on Sundays, like a DJ dance party. Have you been to it or no?
No. I mean, I know at the Lighthouse they do like the fire, the flames, and the whole fire hooping and stuff like that, but I didn't know they had a bar that had like a dance party.
It's right at the pier. Yeah, I went twice. I actually went during Cali Roots. Like, we took a ride up there really quick, and we did like lunch at the pier. I love Santa Cruz.
Nice. Well, next time you'll have to come and visit me and my pig.
You got a pig, huh? Piggy?
I do. Winston Diego. He is outside right now, but last time I brought him in, Jeff, he opened my beer and he stole my breadsticks and ate every last one of them. I couldn't even get one from him. So,
I mean, it's a pig, you know. That's what pigs do. He's being a pig.
He's my sweet baby. He's my.
You named him Winston because of Animal Farm?
No, actually, he came to me and his name was already Winston, but I tagged on Diego for his middle name. So Winston Diego Nelson Cantu is his full name.
Okay. The third.
The first, but
the first.
Let's see. We got Mike Torn in the house all the way from Canada. What's up, Mike? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Daniel Byness. Don McDaniel asks, who's the wrestler you went to school with?
Wait, how'd she know that? Wait, the wrestler?
Did you go to school with the wrestler?
I have a couple of wrestling stories, actually. No, I said I'm into wrestling. Like, I'm into wrestling, like old school wrestling. So, like, I kind of think of life like wrestling. Like, sometimes the good guys turn into bad guys, and sometimes the bad guys turn into good guys. And if you think like that, everything makes sense. I'm telling you, dude. Like, look at Hulk Hogan. The guy was like a hero to everyone, and then he just turned into a piece of shit one day, and turned into like evil Hogan. And
Wait, on the show, you mean?
Yeah, and that's how life is. It's like you have like someone that you adore, and then all of a sudden they turn into like an evil person, and you're like, you can't get upset about it. You got to be like, you got to accept it, and you got to be like, all right, they'll turn their leaf again. So, you know, because that's how it works. Like, Hogan ended up turning good again like 10 years later. So, like, same thing with Ric Flair. So, like, you know, I've seen a couple of my friends turn evil, and it's like, now I'm just waiting for them to turn into good guys again.
Oh, how sweet is that? Oh, that's really sweet. Let's see. We got Jesse Rules in the house. What's up, Jesse? Thanks for hanging out. Christella says Nameless Production in the house. Do we know what Nameless Production is?
That's a podcast. I just did a podcast with Jesse. So that was cool.
Very nice.
I've been doing podcasts. But I have a wrestling story, actually. There's this guy back in the day called King Kong Bundy. You could probably Google him.
Okay.
He died, but I have this inside joke with my friend John Carey, and basically another wrestling nerd. But basically in high school, like I started off doing like ECW kind of stuff. And like before I did reggae, I was like the camera guy for like independent wrestling federations when I was a teenager.
Wait, what? You were the camera guy for who?
For independent wrestling federations, like all the ECW guys. I don't know if you're into wrestling, but
dude, I'm like a fucking wrestling nerd, but like from the like fucking early 80s, late 80s, early 90s, like WWF and WWE, like all that good stuff. Yes. Bushwhackers, my favorite tag team.
Nice. You should be a wrestler.
I know I should. I did roller derby back in Austin.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty badass, actually. So anyway, I'm filming these guys, and like it would be like Mikey Whipwreck and like all these dudes from like Mick Foley, like Cactus Jack, whatever his name was. And then so this wrestling promoter guy, he had connections to all these 80s wrestlers, and he's like, do you want to fight King Kong Bundy? And like, you got to understand, I was like 17, 18 years old. I was like really small. And this guy's huge. He was like 500 pounds. He was just like this big fat, like that was his gimmick, like Andre the Giant dude, but his name is King Kong Bundy. And so they had this, the deal was I had to sell 50 tickets. It was like a pay to play type of thing. He's like, if you sell these 50 tickets at like $50, it would be like 2,500, and that would pay King Kong Bundy. Like, here's 2,500, wrestle this fucking idiot, me, right? Squash him and call it a day. And like at the time, I thought it was cool. I'm telling everyone like, yo, I'm gonna wrestle King Kong Bundy, right? And then everyone's like, dude, he's gonna break your ribs. Like, he's gonna jump off the rope and just like crack your rib, break your arm. Like, and I legit got scared. So I backed out. Like I told the promoter guy, I'm like, hey man, like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. And the guy, you gotta understand, this is like the mid to late 90s. So like people were kind of like really mean back then. Like, I feel like the culture is different now. Like, even the way people speak in the reggae world, like you can't be mean because you'll be outed on the internet, right? Like, oh, they spoke really mean. And so he was just cursing me out. He's like, listen, motherfucker, you have to do this. We're going to kill you. Like crazy, like threatening. I was a little 17-year-old kid. So I'm like, dude, I'm not going to do it. Like, I was like, I don't want anything broken. Like, I'm sorry. So one day I get a phone call, and, I'm like in 11th, 12th grade. I'm living at home. My mom's like, this would be before cell phones, I had a beeper, And my mom's like, there's a phone call for you. It was like a landline phone call. I'm like, hello? And he's like, yo, it's Chris. And I'm like, Chris who? He's like, it's Chris, King Kong Bundy. I'm going to come to your house. I couldn't believe it. And he's like, if you don't have my fucking money, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to beat you up. Like, this is legit. Like, dude, you need to Google King Kong Bundy. So, like, I have this story now, like 25 years later, literally, with like, because my friends were there at the house. Like, we ended up like fucking with him. Like, I passed around the landline to all my friends and we're like, come to the house. He never showed up, you know. We're like, come to the house. We'll jump you, you fat motherfucker. And like, he never showed up. But now we have this inside joke. I'll get a text message from my friend from Florida. He's like, yo, it's Chris. And it's just like King Kong Bundy. Like I literally was about to fight King Kong Bundy. And like, honestly, looking back on it, I'm on his side. Like, I probably would have been pissed off too if like a little high school kid like backed out of like $2,500 worth of tickets to like fight, you know.
Oh my God. So I did just look up King Kong Bundy. He actually died a few years ago in 2019 at the age of 63. And my goodness, he's quite the sight.
That would have been a crazy story if I fought him though. Holy shit.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's hilarious. Let's see. I gotta get through some of these comments really quick. I'm sorry, you guys. Jesse, I want to bottle a little bit of, Jesse says, I want to bottle a little bit of Jeff up. He is crazy magic and has the best energy.
Word up. Thank you.
Can we get Jeff in a bottle? What?
Genie in a bottle. Genie in a You're breaking up. Mic check, mic check. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It does say, okay, there you are.
All right, we're good. We're back.
All right.
We broke.
So we have comments about your sunburn from May days. What's that all about, Mr. Jeff?
You know, it was like hot. It was like over 100 degrees. So I took my shirt off and like, I don't believe in lotion or should I say sunscreen. So I turned purple.
You turned purple?
Yeah, I posted a photo on Instagram. It was pretty funny. I knew it was going to go viral because the shit was like ridiculous, but I had like purple and I showed like my white butt.
Oh, nice. Very good. Very good. Well, we're glad.
You're like, that's cool. You're like, that's pretty stupid.
Well, I mean, just protect yourself, Jeff, because the sun can do a lot of damage, right? Okay. We got a question. Oh my God, you're a teacher. What do you teach and what grade?
Ninth grade English. This is my 18th year.
Whoa, that is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. I have about 8 more to go. And then I'm retired.
Damn, hell yeah, bro. Sandy Fitzgerald in the house. She says, that's my friend.
That's my friend too. Sandy's my friend. She's a good person. We do reggae in LA.
All right. Daniel asks, how do you filter the constructive criticism?
In regards to what?
Let's see what he says. When you get to deciding to compose something, okay, so maybe we're talking about your work, your photos. I mean, I think he's saying music wise, but
I think just professional. Like I hung out with this, like I said, I hung out with Denim yesterday, and I meet a lot of artists. And I was actually I'm on a group chat with Fortunate Youth today. We're filming a video in July. So I'm like, yo, I hung out with Denim for the past 2 days, like, and the energy of this dude, like, he just listens, you know what I mean? And I think in personal life, I could be like a pain in the ass, but when it comes to like I have over 100 videos, and like every video, I literally do not give my opinion. Like whatever the artist wants, like I've shot 8 slightly stupid videos, and I know for 2 of them, Kyle Stupid literally was like, you got to fly back. That 2-second clip, we got to put a palm tree in there. Like, I'm not even making this shit up. he literally flew me out to San Diego so I can film palm trees for the Don't Stop video. And it ended up like winning like video of the year at the San Diego music awards or something. It was pretty cool. But yeah, he literally was like, he wanted me to take out 2 scenes, and he's like, you got to put palm trees in there, like at a specific angle, very artsy type of shit, you know? And we did it. Like I flew out there and we filmed palm trees, and like, so I never like debate with anyone. But it's funny because Greg from Fortunate Youth, I actually got in a fight with him during COVID. It was so funny. We were on a conference call and we put out a video of Fortunate Youth Alberosi, Live Life. And he was like, yo, I'm like, yo, the video's done. Let's put it out. I FaceTimed Alberosi. He was like, I love it. So the way I work is always cater to the Jamaican legends. So I'm telling Greg and Jared, who kind of like run the business aspect of the band, I'm like, yo, video's done. Alberosi loves it. Let's put it out. And Greg was like, yo, you got too many coconuts in the video. Because there's a scene where there's a guy chopping coconuts in Jamaica. And me and Greg were literally like Homer Simpson, Bart Simpson, like yelling at each other. I'm like, I'm not taking out the coconuts. And he's like, you're taking out the fucking coconuts. I'm like, dude, and I'm not even being funny. Like, we got in a fight for like 3 days. I hung up on him. I'm like, you're a fucking dick. And I hung up. And then like 3 days later, it's like, I'm sorry. I love you, man. And then, but yeah, we got in a fight over I'm like, yo. So
Who won the fight? Who the fuck won the fight, Jeff?
They did because they ultimately had the decision. And that's what makes me a good filmmaker. Always listen to the band. But I was like, creatively, I'm like, dude, we can't take out the coke. Like, he's chopping coconuts with a machete. The shit looked fucking sick. And Greg's like, 1 second instead of 5 seconds. And then you got to watch the video. I forgot, like, there's a part when he chops the coconut, like, he goes to another shot. That's the shot that Greg and Jared wanted.
Okay.
So they won. And I think that's why we kept the relationship with that, where it's like, they can rely on me. They're like, yo, next video. We had this concept, and I sent an email. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I'm going to film them playing, obviously. But like, we want Ric Flair getting into a car and turning on the radio, listening to Fortune Youth as he's driving. So I reached out to like Ric Flair's manager, and I'm just waiting for like a response just to see how much money he wants. Like, I just want Ric Flair in a fucking video, you know?
Dude, okay, so that's where my intro where I'm like, yo, tell me what you know. Welcome to the Sunshine Show. Woo! Like, that's the shit right there. Fuck yeah, bro. That's badass. That's what's up.
If he does it, it's gonna be probably the best video I've ever done. Like, but we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll be like, yo, I want $1 million. But
wow, I don't think he's that much, because you can get him on Cameo for
$50 or some shit, right?
No, fuck no. It's like $500, dude, because I got a cameo of Luke from the Bushwhackers for my brother last year for his birthday, and I was looking into like Ric Flair, and I could not fucking afford him. Like, it was ridiculous how much he charged for like a fucking cameo. But that's legit, dude. That's really fucking sick. And I hope that this happens. I hope that this comes to fruition, because I'm about it. I'm here for it.
Thanks. Yeah, this is going to be my 4th one with the band. I did their first 2 videos. I did Burn One and One Love in 2014.
Okay.
And then and then in 2020, I shot the Live Life video. I had Dan Kelly on the pier in Hermosa Beach. That was pretty cool.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about how you got into filmmaking and doing the videos, because I don't think we've really like expanded on this topic too much. When did you pick up a fucking video camera and you're like, I'm gonna start filming Fortunate Youth? I'm gonna start, making these badass fucking music videos for these legends. And how did you fucking convince them to let you do it?
Well, I knew Fortunate Youth before they were legends. Like, I knew Fortunate Youth when they were sleeping on my couch. And then I remember the night they were playing in Brooklyn. I took John Phillips, the manager, Slightly Stupid. I'm like, you need to fucking come out to this Brooklyn show. And he's like, come on. So I brought him to Brooklyn and I said, you need to sign these motherfuckers. And then after 2 years of like 2014, 15, like, yo, Fortunate Youth chirping in their ear, Matt Phillips sent me an email like, yo, we put your friend's band on to open the tour. So I was like really psyched on that. And it's just interesting because like everyone's like huge now, but like back in the day, like even Stick Figure was like opening for Stupid. Like there's like 10, 15 people when he would open in 2015. And so it's just pretty cool like watching these bands like blow the fuck up. You know.
Yeah,
but yeah, I started in high school. I started in senior film class. My teacher gave me a photo camera, and I kind of stopped DJing after that. And I was like, I fucking love this. And I told my friend DJ Chris, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of done DJing. I'm gonna start taking photos. And you gotta understand, there was like no Cali roots reggae scene back then. Like the reggae scene was the Slightly Stupid tour. So like, let's say Slightly Stupid tour 2010. It was Cypress Hill and Slightly Stupid. 2011, it was Slightly Stupid Revolution. And nobody knew who the fuck Revolution was. Like nobody. And so that was where all the cool reggae people went. That was where all the skaters went. And then something happened around 2015. Like all these festivals started blowing up. Cali Roots, Reggae Rise Up, Closer to the Sun. And literally there was an influx of new clientele, like rich older people. And I'm just, some people might like cringe at what I'm saying, but this is my perspective. It's like you had all these young like 20 somethings like skater people. And I think it was kind of genius by the festival owners. It's like, let's get these rich like 40 and 50 somethings to like pay a lot of money at these festivals and like make our bands some fucking money. And it's been working. But so now it's a lot different. There's like an influx of photographers. I'm not the only one anymore. There's like 30 photographers. There's people that do TikToks, 1 minute TikToks. So I was talking to Gary Dredd about it. It's like, if you want to stand out as a filmmaker, you have to have your own style. And I'm the only one doing like the black and white fisheye. And yeah, it doesn't look as good as 99% of the people. There's so many good photographers out there and the shit's clean. And my shit looks a little rugged. It looks 90s, like shit's out of focus. But Denim said to me, he's like, dude, when I look at your photos, it's just like, it's your photo. It's like the shit's like timeless, black and white. And yeah, I'm fucking proud of like what I do. But by no means am I better than anyone. I'm just confident with what I do because it fucking makes me happy. And so, when I started doing Stupid 2009, 10, and 11, I started meeting all these bands. I met Fortunate Youth. Like this girl was like, hey, there's a band opening for Tribal Seeds. They need a place to stay. They're called Fortunate Youth. So they stayed on my couch. And then the next day I'm like, get the fuck up. We're doing a video. That's how you pay me back. And I literally was like, I filmed the One Love video, like on the boardwalk where I live. And it's a pretty good video, because I'm all about co-branding. And that's how like a company succeeds. Like if you collab with bands and collab with skaters, you're going to reach different fan bases. And, it turned from like a no-name company to now I'm making like monetary amount. Like I'm making salary with my company as well, just from the name recognition. So that's why I always like to like go to new bands. Cause like, I did my Slightly Stupids. I did my Fortunate Youth. I shot a Sensi Trails video. Hopefully they drop that soon. I shot a Tunnel Vision video. So my thing is like, you got to keep, like you said, like you got to inspire people. So it's like with Denim, hopefully knock on wood, I can do something because he was psyched on the photos. And I think the energy plays a lot into it. Like if you're psyched on it, like you're going to win.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons and, like you're going to quietly disappear. Like one day you'll be gone. And that same thing with photographers too. Like I've seen a number of I'm too cool for you photographers that where are they now? Oh, you're better than me. All right. Like, where are you?
Boom,
You
boom,
know,
boom, boom. Shots fired, motherfuckers.
well, you can't talk shit on the internet, man. You can't say you're better than people, and you can't talk shit. You just got to do your art. Like, I'll respect you more if you just shut the fuck up and show your art.
Yeah.
Like, I even had a dude, like, this is through the grapevine, not on Facebook, like a fellow photographer that I love his work. And he said some things, and you know what I said when I saw him in person? I'm like, yo, dude, I love your photos. And he couldn't believe I said that because he knew that I heard what he said. And I'm like, yo, I'm always going to love your photos no matter what. And he kind of like shook his head like, because you know what? I'm not going to start hating on your shit because I heard something. Because it's their insecurity. And that goes for anybody trying to do a podcast, trying to do a photo. Like, fucking do you, man. Don't let anybody stop you from doing shit. That's the punk rock in me, man. Like,
yes. I 1000 fucking agree with that. It's hard. It's not fucking easy. You got a lot of fucking haters. You got a lot of naysayers. Everybody, you're always going to get into disagreements with people. We're fucking humans. Shit happens, but it's how we sort of like deal with the situation. Some people just don't know how to fucking deal with situations, and they just act a fucking fool and do stupid shit. And then other people just ignore it and move on with their fucking day. And that's what I do. I ignore it and I move on. I don't even address the fucking comments. I don't address the bullshit because people are going to talk shit about me no matter what. And not everybody, obviously.
That's weird.
I got a lot of people that fucking love me. But I had a whole group. Thousands of people made a group about me, making fun of me, reposting my shit. Oh, yeah. To make fun of me. And you want
I think you're pretty dope. That's insecurity. Like, all right, I'm going to tell you something, and notice I'm not dropping names because this is not about that, but I'll tell you a really crazy story. It boggles my mind, but it's something you got to take it as a lesson learned. And it's like I said, like I'm going out. It's like the bookends, right? Like, how'd you start? Oh, listening to Sublime. What are you doing tomorrow? I'm flying out to film the Sublime guys with Spray Allen. So here's the thing, like somewhere along the way, I met like this dude who I thought was cool, but he was kind of like a Sublime fanatic. So like I noticed every time I did a video, like I did a video for Miguel from Sublime, he would go on the internet and like, he wouldn't even say like what he didn't like about me. He was just like, fuck Jeff. And then comment. And then I think I would comment like, what about me? Like, what did I do? And then another time there was like Roz One. I shot something for Roz One and from Long Beach Sub All Stars. And he put like a sticker of mine that he ripped in half. It's almost hilarious. Like, this is like a 30-something-year-old dude, like, you know, doing so. And then I noticed a trend, you know, like Opie Ortiz does the art on my shirts. And it's like, so I'm like, yo, every time I work with a Sublime guy, like this dude would like say something weird. So after a while, I'm just like, yo, instead of responding to it, I'm going to see how this plays out. And he ended up like disappearing. Like he kind of like imploded.
And that happens. I mean, it happens.
I feel like sometimes you just got to let things happen the way they are, and you can't like just let people do their thing. That's like a lesson I learned. Yeah. It's hard sometimes because you want to talk back, you want to say something, but it's like I said, it's like their insecurity. Yeah. And it's like, so it's like when it comes to your art, like you can't lose. Like if you keep doing your art, you know, let's say you do your show. Is this like your first, second year, third year doing the podcast?
It's like my second year. I took a year off after my first pig passed away. So I just started doing the podcast again, like last month. So it's been about a year and a couple of months that I've actually.
So check this out. Let's say you do your podcast for like 5 to 7 years. Like you won. Because you have cemented yourself as a core personality. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, no matter what anyone says after like a 5 to 7 year time span, like the truth always supersedes the bullshit. And like, that's something I've learned where it's like, you know, like it boggles my mind. So like, I'll read some really crazy shit, like some made up shit. It's like, oh my God, like, you know, And then like something like 2 nights ago, like I got a phone call. Like it was so simple. It was like, meet us in the city. And I go to the city and I shot some of the best photos I've ever shot like 2 nights ago. Like just from running around like in front of graffiti walls and like I felt like a little kid, like 12 years old. Like I'm like, wow, this band is pretty cool, you know? And like and it's cool because at the same time you make friendships. It's like not only am I taking photos of these people, it's like now I met this dude from fucking Santa Barbara. Like now I have a friend who happens to be blown the fuck up as a musician. And it's cool, man. It's just, I find that very sacred. And, you know, I try to teach people that too. But yeah, I think.
Absolutely. You are very well spoken. Let me tell you, a friend of Jay Bird is a friend of mine. Let me see here. I gotta check out blowing up. I'm sorry, everybody. I have not been to ignore you. We got Jay Bird in the chat. What's up, future husband? I love you so much. My goodness.
Jay Bird.
I've been waiting for you. Joe Jackson says you need to do a Lake Dub music video.
Dude, I'm down for whatever, man, as long as time permits, you know. Like I'm done with school next week. Like I said, I'm going to San Diego till Monday. I got Monday off. Like for some reason, New York City gave everyone Monday off. So I'm like, fuck it. I got a round trip. I'm going to bang out this video. Hopefully they like it. And then, yeah, I've been talking to Lake Dub. I'm trying to get them out to New York City. Really cool kids. Joe's cool too. Joe does Dub Shack. Dub Shack, like another set of people that I met. They do like these reggae shows and festivals, and I just like the vibe where they're doing it for themselves. They're not really doing it to like be cool or be better than people. They're doing it because like this is like a healing type of thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, people, I'm not just a podcaster. I also play bass. I'm just taking a little bit of a break, but I'm going to get back on that stage.
I saw that.
As soon as I get over the PTSD of breaking my teeth at the last show I played, okay?
Wait, hold on. Tell me what happened. Did you play with like Ozzy Osbourne? Like what happened?
Well, I may as well be Ozzy Osbourne. I played at the Catalyst. I think with them, we had a show with the Movement, the Green. It was a great show. And then I woke up the next day and I was missing my front teeth. It's $20,000 of perfection right here. So I got a little bit of PTSD from that show, but I'm gonna be back on that stage soon, you guys.
Wait, what happened? What happened? Like you have beautiful teeth. But
the 6'4" drummer dropped me on my face while I was highly intoxicated and slammed me right into the ground and then went on his merry way and went on tour with the rest of the band while they left me at home to suffer.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. It happens, right? Lesson fucking learned. Don't ever get back on stage again. Just joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, checked out your stuff. You do like really cool. You're a bass player, right?
I am, yeah.
Do you play with Jay Bird? Do you guys like practice together?
Oh, we play. Let me tell you. No, I'm joking.
Yo, Jay Bird's cool, man. Jay Bird, we did like this house, like Cinco de Mayo house party. He jumped up in the middle of the fire pit and he was like playing. I just thought that was cool. Like I like people that do crazy shit. So like I got a photo of him like on top of the fire pit. That was the same one where Eric from Sublime, he was there. And I like fangirled out. I just I did a beeline for Eric Sublime. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm like, yo, we're taking photos right now. He goes, okay.
Very, very, very cool. All right, let's check out these comments really quick, you guys. We got so many people here supporting you. Mr. Jeff Pliskin of Raise Fist Propaganda. What's up? Fucking A, you guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Sorry, I'm so behind on this chat. Anthony Quinones for the second time says, shave your face, Jeff. Shave your face.
Anthony, speaking of teeth, Anthony has beautiful gold teeth. If you look him up on Facebook, he has a golden grill. He's a friend that I made in Florida. That's what I'm saying. Like when I go to like different places, like Anthony, I'm like, yo, Anthony's part of the crew, you know? Like he's like the guy with he was in a music video I did, and I just had him like putting his golden grill in the lens. It was pretty funny.
I did consider, a gold tooth or two. I thought, well, that'd be kind of cool, but I just went with the full pearly whites, but maybe later on.
Pearly whites are good. I like you did a good choice there because, gold would be kind of like Brooklyn style.
Well, and I'm still gangster. I still got killer tattooed inside my lip. So I'm still gangster. You know what I'm saying? I also have a part of one of the teeth that broke off. It lives in my lip, so I never have to get like fucking lip fillers because my lips always fucking swollen. It's like a win-win situation.
That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. So I don't have the same story you have, but like I got kicked in the face a couple times at no effects, and I got a chip in my tooth. I got 2 chips in my teeth from no effects.
Well, that's badass, bro. There you go. Fucking
yeah, I guess.
Let's see. I want to check out this fucking link or this chat really quick. So we got Reyes Cisneros all the way from Taos, New Mexico. What's up, Reyes? He is actually in a reggae band called I Rebellion. If you guys don't know about I Rebellion, you guys go follow them today. Reyes, please drop that link in the chat so that everybody can go and keep up with the band. Jake Schwartz is saying that your photography has a very unique signature style to it.
Yeah, like I do like the black and white. I do the swirly, I do like light swirls, and I feel like nobody really does that shit. So, I mean, I've been doing it since like 2016, so about 16 years.
Yeah, but you look so young. You must get Botox every week.
I drink green tea every day. I get sunshine every day, including sunshine Cantu. No, I just listen. You gotta meditate, man. That's how you stay young. I have a friend who's my age, who has like 4 kids, and like the dude. I mean, no offense to anyone with 4 kids, but he's just like stressing out.
It's stressful to have a big family in these days. Are you kidding me? Gas. Do you know how much gas was when I went to the gas station earlier? $6.74 a fucking gallon.
Yo, do you know how to ride a bike?
I did it for my roommate. He needed me to go fill up the truck for him. I don't fucking drive that motherfucker.
Do you know how to ride a bicycle? A bicycle?
Yeah, I know how to ride a bike.
I ride my bike in Long Beach.
I walk a lot around here in Santa Cruz and Pleasure Point. We could go anywhere. I got 3 bars. Not that I go to the bars, you guys. I've been kicked out of every single one. But
are you near the arcade over there? There's like an arcade.
Oh yeah, at the boardwalk.
That's where I go. And there's like a big it's a big like roller coaster there that I refuse to go on.
You won't go on the roller coaster, dude? I love that.
Hell
it's
no.
like the oldest roller coaster. It's like made in the 1800s or some shit.
Hell to I have no reason to like do things like that. It's weird. I'm like afraid of heights, so I don't do like bungee jumping. I don't do any of that shit. Like I just do like photos.
I'm afraid of heights too, but when I went on so my roommate, he's in a wheelchair and he loved to do adaptive sports. So I would always go with him and he'd do like downhill mountain biking, and he went fucking rock climbing, this motherfucker in a wheelchair. There he goes up the fucking mountain. So I'm like, okay, I guess I got to do this too. The fucking first rule of rock climbing, do not look down, dude, because after that, it's over.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, I went on a date once, like 2 years ago. I wouldn't even call it a date. Like, I was talking to this girl from like Utah, and she took me like Mount Zion, which is like in Utah. And we climbed up, and I'm not ashamed to tell you, I got so scared, I got on my knees, and like she's just like, get up, I'm like, no. Needless to say, that shit did not work out. And I'm not ashamed to say, I think it's hilarious. She was like, yeah, this is not gonna work out. I'm like, all right, peace. It was so funny.
Oh my god, let's see. really quick. Reyes is saying that their debut album is coming out in July. He would love for Jeff and RFP to come out to Taos and do a video for I Rebellion. Now, Jeff, do you know about Taos, New Mexico?
New Mexico. I think I drove past there. Isn't that like which one's the one with Area 51?
That's Roswell, but Taos, New Mexico.
Okay.
Very special. They have the Rio Grande Gorge there, which was in Natural Born Killers. They also are the brainchild of Earthships, which are self-sustainable homes that you only have to pay to build, and then the rest takes care of itself as far as the energy, the fucking water system, everything. It's fucking genius. You guys, if you've not been to Taos, New Mexico, I can't say it enough. You have to go visit. It's magical, surrounded by crystal quartz caves. Okay, they have an unsolved mystery episode about it. Like what? Exactly.
That's pretty dope. I like it. So, I'm down. Listen, I know that dude. Like we go back. It's funny because like during the tours, you meet like all these friends from different bands. Like this one dude just hit me up today actually. Ian from Tatanka. I don't know if you remember a band called Tatanka.
Sure.
But he was like, yo, remember me? Like, let's do stuff together. I'm like, it's nice to have like a core friend base, you know what I mean? Of like-minded people. And I feel like without being pretentious about it, like, listen, man, like some people overstep their boundaries, and I feel like at the end of the day it's one big family. Like there's gonna be people that get drunk and do stupid shit, but as long as there's like we know that we're all in this together, like there's forgiveness and there's it's a family. We're in this to like do it together. And I've seen some it's pretty crazy. I've seen people go from like a downfall to like rise up, and it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean?
Thing. Music is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Word up.
Awesome. We got Ryan Raggett. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your last name there. He goes, yo, check. Thank you, Brian, for hanging out with us. I think we have a lot of people from the Raise Fist propaganda group here hanging out with us, and I just want to welcome all new viewers and thank you guys for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Everybody who's listening on the podcast, viewing at home, you guys could be anywhere in the world, you're here with us, and it just means the absolute world to have your support. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Ryan says this dude's legit. Jeremy Hill says my front tooth is fake from hockey. That'll do it to you.
There you go.
Aubrey Sanchez in the house. What's up, Aubrey? How you doing, girl?
How you doing?
Jake Schwartz says, where's the Jay? I don't know. Jay Bird's supposed to make a little special appearance, but we'll see.
Oh my God. Jay Bird. I think Jay Bird is shy. I think you made him very shy.
No. Jay Bird gets on here all the time. We got Ouija all the way from Colorado in the house. We got Paul Tar from Colorado. Let's see. Priscilla says she hates heights and she's claustrophobic. Eee.
Yeah, dude, I was in an accident a couple years ago. I had to do the MRI when you go into that tube thing for half an hour. Did you ever do that?
I've never had to do that now.
Oh my God, it feels like you're in like a coffin. And like for half an hour you're hearing like these sounds. I was like in my car and I got hit by a snowplow in New York, a New York City snowplow. I won a lot of money, but it hit me while I was like in my car parked. So I had to get like tests on my neck, and I was like knocking, like, let me out, help me.
Wow, that's scary. I'm sure you have a little bit of post-traumatic stress from that.
Maybe. Who knows?
I'm gonna go ahead and diagnose you. We got Burke from Forsyth Imaging. He says, I am fairly new to shooting music acts. Raised Fist is one artist I'd look to for inspiration. Thanks for your awesome work.
Thank you for the compliment.
Hell yeah, you guys. Let's see, who do we have here? Oh my goodness, the one, the only. Where you at? Where you at, boo boo? Let's see. All right. What's up, Jay Bird? You there?
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
All right.
Can you hear me?
We're here.
I like Jay Bird's voice. He's so Californian. He's like, yo, dude.
I'm trying to get this going here.
He's
turn your
you
video
press the
on.
button. You gotta press the button, Jay Bird.
I'm trying. Okay. I'm at a tiki bar in fucking Long Beach, so the Wi-Fi is kind of loud, but you know what's
up, Jay Bird?
Leroy!
Yo, what's up, Leroy?
That's what's up.
What's going on? How you doing? Give me the story. Give me the background on how you met this amazing man named Jeff of Raised Fist Propaganda.
Man, how did we meet, Jeff? But I guess just around the scene, I saw him shooting all these amazing inspirations in my life, and I always took note of his photography, and we just started hanging out and meeting at different festivals, and kind of just gravitated and became friends over the years. And now I'm blessed to be able to work with him and share his art as long as he also shares mine, and all of our friends. It's really a win-win.
Thanks, bro.
I guess it's fucking loud out here.
Hey, what's up, Bert? Are you you're playing a show, or are you just out there hanging out?
Nah, I just swap by, you know what I'm saying? Just kicking it over here at the tiki bar. Just came in for a Mai Tai.
I like your glasses, Jay Bird.
You like these bad boys?
Yo, those are sick. Those are 1970s.
They suit the hat, the whole look. It's a good vibe going on.
Good vibes only.
You don't know about the custom Jaybird LA fucking.
Dude, are you kidding me, dude? That's crazy. Yo, are those the LeBrons, dude?
They're the fucking custom birds. The fucking skate.
Are those Kobe's? Custom Kobe's. Custom birds. Custom Jay Bird.
The custard birds. For the bird, custard's your shoe. You know, I had a piece of it.
Dude, that's amazing. You got good style. That's something, Sunshine, I would like to say. I like people with style, and Jay Bird's got the style.
Hey, Jay Bird's got. I mean, I like people with good style too. Hence my good style.
You have good Sunshine. You have great style.
You know, so we're all of us are in the same boat. We all got really good style.
That's the truth.
Jay Bird, have you worked directly with Mr. Jeff on any music videos or photography sessions?
We've done some photography. We have not done a music video yet. Just conflicts in scheduling and what have you. But he's flying to San Diego tomorrow, and I'm also heading to San Diego. So we're going to meet up. And he sent me some magnificent photos that he had taken of Eric Wilson and myself. So we're going to get them to sign it and put them up in some bars around Long Beach. And
hell yeah.
Hopefully I'll be able to jump in the video with these rock stars, you know.
That'll be sick. You got to wear that Leroy hat and the Jay Bird sneakers.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Awesome. We have one of my best friends out of Corpus Christi, Erica, in the house. What's up, Erica? Let's see. Next question. What's some good tips on smashing the drums on the tracks y'all produce? Okay, now we're producers. Daniel, have you been watching this whole podcast? Because I feel like you have been, and I love you very much. Do we have any tips for Daniel on the drums?
Yes. Keep it in the pocket, baby. Keep it rocking. Keep it in the pocket.
Keep it in the pocket, dude.
Hell yeah. Jay Bird, I'm going to let you take the next question for Jeff. What do you got?
Here we go.
All right. Are you ready to fucking come back to Cali already? And what kind of beverages are you going to be putting in your carry-on on the way?
All right, so I like Tito's. I don't get a hangover. I do Tito's and lemonade.
Boom.
I do Tito's cranberry. I do Tito's orange. But sometimes if I want to go Big Lebowski, I'll do a Caucasian, which is a White Russian. Tito's White Russian.
There you go. That's always fire.
Okay, so I actually interviewed Little Stranger last week for my birthday shebang bang, and they said that they actually they like White Russians, and they actually had titty milk shots at one of their shows.
That's crazy.
Titty milk, everybody.
Jaybird's like, that's great. I'm gonna go get a beer.
No. Jaybird wants a titty milk shot is what Jaybird wants.
Jaybird, this is getting scandalous. Sunshine, did you know that I'm a White Russian?
You're a White Russian.
Pliskin.
Well, I'm half German, half Hispanic.
That's what you are?
Yes.
I love it.
Jaybird, now that we're
sharing ethnicity.
Tell us about you, Jaybird.
My ethnicity is I'm half Swiss, German, Irish, Cherokee, Indian.
Jeez, you're a bunch of things, bro.
I am a bunch of things. It came out of a bunch of different things.
Yo, you need to pick one, dude.
Proud of it, baby.
Come on, dude. Why are you making this confusing?
Oh my God, Did you leave us? Where are you? You most handsome, beautiful man.
The bird, the bird flew away.
The bird
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
He's getting nervous, dude. He can't handle it. I love it. See you tomorrow, Jaybird.
Oh, there you are. Wait, what you doing? All right, there you are, boy.
My internet's just going in and out of service, like
Yo, how do you do that fisheye look? Like the way you lean in, it looks like a fisheye. How come I can't do that?
I don't know. I got that 13 max, I guess, but
I got the 13. I got the 13.
But I don't know. I'm just leaning in with a little tilt.
You gotta do the tilt, Jeff. You need the tilt.
You're the professional, world-renowned professional photographer asking me.
I'm not world-renowned. Listen, I appreciate the compliments. It's kind of crazy people say that. But Leroy, I appreciate the compliments. Listen, man, right, Jaybird? You just got to do it, man. Like, everyone's like, how do you do it? You just do it. Like, there's no, like, I don't see myself 100%. As anything. You just fucking show up, dude.
You got to give it your all and just wake up and piss excellence and just give it what you
That's
can.
It. That's it.
Now, Jaybird, for the few people that may not know who you are, which I don't know who those people would be, can you tell us a few of the bands that you play bass with?
Who I play bass with?
Yeah.
I mean, who don't I play
TBS.
I play with Tomorrow's Bad Seeds, Ease Up. I used to play with Seedless, Aloha Radio. Cali Conscious. I'm jamming with a couple of my homies around town. I used to play with Josh Fischel and The Fiction. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I cut tracks with some hip hop artists, and then I'm down to. I'll play through whatever. Let's just make music. Let's go.
Yo, that's why we get along, because you just do your thing. Like, there's no bullshit. You don't talk about it. You just do it.
Just gotta run. Keep running it. Wake up, run it.
Right now, Jaybird is currently trying to get a gig down in Santa Cruz.
If our booking agent's listening, the catalyst of the Expendables would suffice.
Isn't that like Ineffable? Doesn't Ineffable have a thing out there?
Oh yeah.
You should talk to Thomas, the owner of Ineffable. Be like, yo, put me in the show, motherfucker.
Yeah, that absolutely needs to happen.
I'll slide into his DMs and then he'll block me.
Let's see. Jake Schwartz says you need a hat build, Jeff.
I'm not a hat guy. I'm not. I used to wear hats. I don't know. I have hats here though. I don't know.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm not like a hat guy.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks great on you. Let's talk a little
yeah.
bit.
You're like it looks great.
No, it does. It actually. I don't lie, you guys. I tell it how it is. Listen, so I've seen you do a lot of like pins and drops with different artists in the scene. Tell me, how do you pick the people that you're going to work with, and who actually designs the artwork?
That's a great question. Everything's organic. Like I don't like hunt anyone out. Like it's just organic, like the way it happens. Like, yo, do you want to do this? All right, let's do it. I had my boy Mike Toons. He did my cartoon guys. Like I was like, yo, you should do like cartoon images of everyone in the reggae scene. So like we started doing that, and I thought that was cool. So it kind of like blew up because like like let's say I did a Sunshine Cantu cartoon version, like you would fucking bug out, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So we did that for like a bunch of people, probably like 20 or 30 people in the scene, and then a couple other companies started doing it, so it kind of caught on, you know.
Very cool.
But I have a bunch of artists. I have like a rotation that I deal with. But once in a while I'll go for like a legend. Like obviously Opie Ortiz was my first artist. And I'm proud to say, like, you know, he was kind of in seclusion like 10 years ago, and I emailed him. I'm like, fuck it. I sent him like an official email. I'm like, hello, I'm the Slightly Stupid video director. I would love to do like the Sublime Sun, but make it like a raised fist version. And he replied right away. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Come over to my house. And then I went to his house. I paid him like whatever he wanted. And then that kind of became iconic. And so Opie did about like 15 or 20 images for my company. And then I also used a couple of people that did the Cali Roots flyers. Jimbo Phillips, like he did all the skateboard designs.
Jimbo.
Oh yeah, from Santa Cruz. Yeah, I hit him up.
I'm his biggest fan, and Jimbo is my biggest fan. Jimbo goes to all my shows. If I
really,
oh yeah, we and his wife Jenny is the
wow.
best, and he's just so down to earth and such an amazing person. So Jimbo, I'm gonna tag you here if you're listening. Just know I am sending you all the love. So you work with Jimbo.
Really, really easy artist to deal with. Like he's just, there's no bullshit. I'm like, yo, so what I want, he'll do it. You know, a couple other people from the scene started working with him after. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, we did like 2 or 3 images together. Really nice dude.
Nice.
He did like a you know how like it's the screaming hands, but he did like a hand with like a camera coming out of it. It's pretty cool.
Wait, so where can I find that? Where is that at?
If you go to my website, if you click merch, like if you go to raisefistpropaganda.com,
okay, and
then click on the merch tab, you'll see all my merch, and the Jimbo one should pop up.
Raise Fist Propaganda.com. Okay, you guys, make sure that everybody heads over there. If you're able to, go support this man. He is amazing. He's a school teacher. Not only that, he fucking is an amazing photographer, videographer. He is working with some of the biggest people in the scene. Okay, so boom, 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 Jeff. You have worked so fucking hard, and you deserve everything that you get. And that is what it takes, though. Hard work and perseverance to get to the very top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, just don't give up. Like, keep going. And, you know what? Do it for yourself. Don't even do it for other people. Like, do your art because you want to do your art. You know, like, I've put out videos that, like, I just did for myself. Like, you know, like if you're doing it for like other people, you're gonna have disappointment because you're relying on their opinion. Like if you're doing it for yourself, you win and you're happy. And if someone else likes your video, that's even better. Then it's like, all right, cool.
Absolutely. Like, very cool. So I have a few more questions. You guys, we've been going, we're way over an hour, but we're going to start wrapping this up here in a minute. If you guys have any last minute questions for the one and only Jeff Pliskin of Raise Fist Propaganda, drop them here in the comment section and I will get to them as soon as possible. And Jeff, I hope that you have a chance to go back through this feed because you have over 220 comments that people are just like, loving your work and giving you the most props and stuff. So I hope that you're able to go back by there and read those comments. So one question I like to ask all my guests: if you could throw a dinner party for any 5 musicians, dead or alive, what
oh my God,
who would those musicians be, and what would you serve at your dinner party?
I guess this would be kind of cliche because probably everyone has the same answer in the scene, but
no, they don't, bro. Like, you would be really surprised.
Well, I have this spot called Miss Lily's in the city. I literally take everyone that visits me in New York. We all go there. It's like the Jamaican reggae spot. Like, they have the 1960s, 1970s Jamaican posters of ska. They got Emperor Selassie. You'll be sitting there and like Sean Paul would sit down, like, what's up? I'll be like, Sean Paul, just give me the light. Like, I did that once and the girl started laughing so hard, man. It's so funny. And then one time Quest. So like a lot of people go there because it's just like a gem of a place. It's like super authentic. All like Jamaican, like, did you ever see Jamaican album covers? Like, how do I say this? Like the 80s dance hall Jamaican album covers where it's like cartoons of these, literally the girls that work there they're like Jamaican models. Like, it's just like, it's crazy. It looks like they're in a dance hall video.
Oh, love it.
The vibe is like ridiculous. So I would, I take everyone there and we kind of like do our meetings there, you know what I mean? But obviously, Bradley from Sublime, like, I think it would be a trip. It would be a trip. I think the closest I've been to experiencing that was when I first met Miguel, before he came back into the scene. Like in 2014, he gave me a phone call. Actually, it was an email, right, with his number. He's like, Kyle Stupid gave me your number. Like, I like what you do for them. So I'm like, he's like, can we work on something? I'm like, tell me when, like, I'll come over the next day. Like, it's like the producer for Sublime, So I flew out to his house and he literally told me background stories on like every Sublime song, like how they wrote it. Like, for example, Waiting for My Ruka. Like, I don't even know if he wants me saying this shit on a podcast, but I'll say it. Like, Waiting for My Ruka, I'm like, yo, I didn't know Bradley was like this gangster guy. He's like, he wasn't. We were like these white kids, like these like surfer white kids. Like, we knew this guy. We knew this like gangster Vato dude. And that's what, Waiting for My Ruka was the gangster Vato guy telling us, like, at the taco spot, like, like, I got my Ruka that I love, but then I got my Heina, which is my side girl. And then he's like, I fell in love with my Ruka and she didn't want me. And he's like, now I'm waiting for my Heina. And now tonight I'm going to be behind her, like, so it's like, holy shit. Like, you guys were like these surfer dudes, like, Long Beach, you meet a lot of crazy people there. So like, I would pick Bradley's brain about like every song he wrote,
Well, okay. So you have Bradley as one of your guests. Who are the other 4?
Cliche, like Bob Marley, obviously.
Wow.
It's tough because like, you're telling me about people that passed away. I would have probably Toots, rest in peace. He just passed away. Even though I hung out with Toots before.
Do you know his guitar player, Carl Harvey? Now, I've had, he's a great friend of mine. He's been on the podcast before.
Really? No, I know Larry. Dreadlock Larry, who plays the conga drums. Larry's like he played with everybody. So Larry will play with Toots, and he's always in Brooklyn playing with like the Jamaican bands and stuff. But honestly, that's a tough one. Like, that's
okay.
Probably
you got 2 more.
Kurt Cobain, probably Kurt Cobain. I was just talking about him with John Phillips yesterday, about how punk rock he was. Like, he I'm paraphrasing, of course, but supposedly he was on like a Rolling Stone album cover with Nirvana, and he wore a shirt that said like fuck corporate magazines or something. And John was like, yo, that's like so punk. Like, you're on $1 million magazine and you're wearing a shirt that says fuck corporate magazines. Like,
and Kurt Cobain also was the catalyst to making Daniel Johnston famous. And Daniel Johnston is a Austin artist who recently passed away about 4 years ago. I went into a deep depression when that happened, but he is the artist, or he has the Hi, How Are You? I don't know if you guys
Okay.
that, but that's his thing. And Kurt Cobain always wore this shirt a lot during
Get
all
out of
his
here.
like gigs and shows, and that's what made Daniel really famous. And Daniel is a very underrated artist. He people don't understand his music until you fucking understand the music, and he's such a soulful, beautiful, genuine soul with a very, very hard mental illness. If you guys have not seen the Daniel Johnston documentary, you must go watch it. One quick story. He was invited back to the MTV Music Awards like years later after 10 years had passed since he had played, and his dad was a pilot. His dad drove him to the Music Awards. Daniel stopped taking his medication because he didn't think he could perform on the medication. Well, when they were driving back, Daniel was reading a Casper the Friendly Ghost comic, and he thought he was Casper. He takes the fucking keys out of the ignition of the plane, fucking window, but his dad was a trained pilot, and he was trained to crash into trees. So he was actually able to crash into a tree, and they survived that incident. But it's a very, very fucking good story, and it's unbelievable.
Damn. You just I'm gonna check it out. You know what? Instead of like musicians, I would definitely would want to hang out with like Basquiat and Andy Warhol. I think like those guys were pretty badass in New York City. They were just like, their art was like magnificent. And Basquiat, he was just doing these crazy like graffiti images, and all the hip hop dudes in the 80s were like sweating his work. So like if you look at all the 80s like hip hop, it's all Basquiat and Andy Warhol type of stuff. And I think subconsciously, like my black and white photos are like an homage to like the 90s. Like I've actually had a couple of bands, which I won't name. They're like, it looks like a 90s video. Cause it's like, I do all the black and white, like fisheye. And it's like, it feels like it's a skate video or like a 90s hip hop video, like Tribe Called Quest or something like that.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
So I love, like Glennie Friedman, like the Dogtown and Z-Boy photographer, like all those like early pioneers, because they were just like shooting photos differently. And I feel like the black and white is like a classic look. It brings out like, it feels like you're there in the moment. Like I hate, like photographers, they take photos like, oh, did you get the shot of the guitar player playing the guitar? It's like, I hate doing that shit. And I say that to managers now. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to take stage shots like from the front. Like I want to get the shit where it's like they're hugging, or they're like they're like drinking a beer together. Like I want to get moments. I don't want to get like the same fucking guitar shot in every city, because it's the same shit,
Yeah,
but that's just me.
We have a question really quick. Sorry, let me go back up here from Bert of Forsyth Imaging. He wants to know, I lost the comment. What is your go-to camera and lens, Jeff?
Nikon D80 and 10 millimeter fisheye lens. They don't make the Nikon D80 anymore, and I'll tell you why I still use it. Because I was talking to Gary Dredd about it. Like it's style. And like the Nikon D80 is one of the lightest cameras. Like I don't feel like I'm holding anything. Like I've tried a Sony a7 III. I've tried all those new cameras, and it feels like I'm holding a fucking brick, And like I can't be running around like holding like a 10-pound weight. So the Nikon D80 is like literally feels like a feather, and they don't even make it anymore. So every time I break it, and I break it at least like once a month, because like I'm jumping around and the shit's fucking flying out of my hands. Probably too many shots or whatever, but shots of JMO or whatever. But it's only like $100 on eBay. So I got like 5 backups for the summer, because I'm already prepared.
Very nice.
But actually, if you want to see something crazy? Look at this.
Absolutely.
Hold on. How do I flip it? Hold on. I got to get rid of the blur. Background effects, none. Look at this. Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm just trying not to speak so that we can have full speaker view.
Oh. So That's the Nike. These are all broken cameras. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's like 10, 20, 30 broken cameras over the past like 10 years. As you see, the mirrors are bashed out, like the flash is broken. So you know.
Dude, what the fuck? Like, you're just collecting. Are you gonna make like an art installation out of that, or what? What are you doing with all those cameras?
Well, I just keep breaking them. Like I like jump. Like I do a lot of jumping and physical stuff. So sometimes like the flash will hit somebody's arm, or like the actual flash piece, it will like hit a wall, or I'll be a little tipsy and I'll just kind of like, instead of placing the camera down, I'll just like throw it down, and then it won't work anymore.
Damn it.
It's kind of like, you know, it's not very responsible, but at the same time, it's my style. Like I feel like I'm an artist, so like I feel like it's like a visual representation, so I'm providing the essence of like what I do.
Yeah.
So if the camera breaks, it goes with the fucking territory, just like if a string pops on a guitar, or a guitar breaks, you know what I mean? Like,
are you there? Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Let's see what is up. Shorty C in the building. You guys watch out for Shorty C and the Goat's Milk. Hey, that's our new band that we are putting together. Heard
super sick
here on the Sunshine Show. What's he saying here? Do I just quit doing handheld shots at night? I'm fucking beginner. So sorry for the stupid questions.
What do you mean quit? Like, I don't get it.
What do you mean quit doing handheld shots at night?
That's what I do. That's all I do. Handheld. Like, I don't use tripod. I don't use a strap. Like, I don't like being like weighed down. Like, I don't even like people seeing me with a camera. Like, I keep the camera like behind my back. Like, I'll just like, it almost looks like I'm hanging out with the artist, and then I'll just take a quick like photo.
All right.
Like it's very like smooth. Like that's why like some artists like to work with me, because it doesn't feel like a photo shoot. It feels like just another friend like hanging out. So it's like, you know, one band in particular, they're like 2 or 3 bands actually. Fortune Youth is one of them. Like Greg and Jared are very like, I don't like being on video or whatever. So like, you got to make people feel comfortable, right? And then you take the shot, and then, oh, okay, I like that shot. But if you say, hey, like pose everyone, it's like, it gets fucking awkward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Unless you're a model like me and you just pose
beautiful
all day.
Beautiful. Jay Bird is a lucky man.
You guys, here is Tadpole Miles Thelonious Monk here to make his daily hello.
That's your pig?
This is my hairless dog. My pig is still outside. My pig is about 200 pounds. Taddy only weighs 20.
That's a cute dog, man.
He has a built-in mohawk. You know, they're an ancient Aztec breed. They're a Xolos Quintly, and the Aztecs actually used to use them for healing purposes, because they're almost like a heating pad, because they don't have hair, so their body heat radiates.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so he's just a little sweet little baby, and he's a little
nice dog.
Man. He's a little medicine man.
It's a punk rock dog, man. Punk rock.
All right. Jamie is in the chat. He says, how did you grow that beard, Jeffro?
Well, I'm a male, so I do nothing. I just let the shit grow. Who is that, Jamie Malames?
Yes.
From Boston. We got a lot of smart Alex in the chat today. That's another homie. Like, when I go to Boston, I hang out with, like, it's cool. Like, every state, I got like a crew. And it's like, it's nice to know you can go to another state. Me and Jamie, we hung out at the Movement show in Boston, and that was pretty, man, what a night. It's just fun, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, bro. So Daniel says you may have who was this who asked this question? You may have answered this already, but film or digital?
Digital's cheaper. Like, dude, I spent $5,000 on my senior film in college. It was like a 2-minute film. I had to pay for the film, the processing. Like, all right, so you're getting me on a rant right now. Like, there's this famous, I'm not even gonna say famous because I don't think he's famous, but this he took like 2 photos that are very famous. And I used to follow him on Facebook, and I got annoyed because he was very negative. And one day he was like, I don't respect photographers who take photos with the iPhone. And my theory is like, yo, I don't give a fuck if you take it with an iPhone, a pinhole camera. Like, if the shit is a visual image, whether it's a film or digital, and it creates emotions and a memory, like, that's art. Like, what does it matter? Dude, some of the shots I'm getting with my iPhone 13 are like amazing, but it doesn't really fit my black and white style. You know what I mean? That's why I still use my Nikon D80 from 2006, because it creates that vibe. Like, I see a lot of fisheye photos now from these up and coming photographers, and the shit, it's so beautiful because the lenses are better, they're clearer. But I don't like that for my photos. I don't want my photos being super clear. I like my photos being a little fuzzy, out of focus, black and white, like kind of like you're kind of buzzed. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like at the real party, babe, like at the party. Real quick comment about that. You know, there's a documentary that came out. It's called The Search for Sugar Man. And they actually couldn't afford to finish the video with the equipment and the cameraman and all this shit. And they finished the video on a fucking iPhone. And that shit was released out in theaters. You can find it on Netflix. If you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely go and watch it. It's an amazing
I'm gonna check it out. How do you feel about that though? How do you feel about what I said? Like, if you disagree, let me know. Like let's say there's like
I don't disagree with that shit, baby. All my photos, unless I am like working with a professional photographer, Sunny Sunshine, which I am interviewing her Friday. You guys make sure to pop on.
Sunshine Squared.
Yeah, she also is the tour manager for the Suicide Girls and their burlesque show. So you guys are all about that. Come back on Friday, but all of my photos that I take, I do them on my iPhone with with the stand or whatever, and I put it on the timer and I do my little whatever I gotta do.
That's beautiful. How do you feel? How do you feel about photographers who just like? Not that you're gonna see it often. I don't even think you see it anymore. I saw it a lot like 5 years ago when the reggae scene started blowing up. They were like a group of 5 photographers, and they were just like ranting on how good they are. It's like, don't tell me how good you are, just show me your art. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I've never come across that, or either that or it doesn't register in my brain. I'm not really about people
I definitely have.
You know, I've always said it ain't bragging if it's true.
But you don't have to say. All right, here's the deal. Am I going on Facebook? Like,
show it your art. I get exactly what you're saying.
Don't tell me this dude straight up was like, if you're shooting with an iPhone, you're not a photographer. Like, way to crush people's dreams, dude. Like, shut up.
and you know what? What about just quit fucking crushing people's dreams? What about let them be who they are, let them be unapologetically themselves? And you know what, if you don't fucking get along with them, if you don't like it, look the other fucking way. You don't have to keep fucking picking on them. You don't have to keep talking shit about them. Keep your fucking name out of their mouth and move on with your fucking life.
Dude, I need you as my PR and agent and manager that you're hired.
Dude, I'm fucking serious. I'm telling you, this is a personal thing with myself too. People don't know how to keep my name out of their motherfucking mouth. Yo, listen, I am a very feisty woman. I'm a South Texan. Anybody that knows about South Texas women, we don't fucking put up with shit. But I will tell you this, I am very kind-hearted. I have a huge heart. I'm vegetarian for a reason because I can't stand the idea of hurting animals. Like, I have empathy in my heart. I love everybody, but if you do me wrong or somebody that I love wrong, motherfucker, I will come for you and I will rip out your whole motherfucking cheek with these fake ass teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful teeth. I do a vegetarian cooking show with this vegan dude, John Joseph. like once a month he'll do like a vegetarian dish. It's mostly like Indian. He'll do like Hare Krishna food, a lot of rice, a lot of really good vegetables. So I film it, and then I'm the guinea pig. I'll eat the food, and he'll point at me with the camera. I'll say I love it. You know what I mean?
So Ethiopian is my absolute favorite cuisine of all time.
Nice. Okay.
And I do love Thai. I do love Indian. Of course, I love me some Mexican food. I'm quite the chef myself. So,
oh my God, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? All right, Jeff, we're going on a fuck long time. I don't even know if we're going on 2 hours or what's going on. We're gonna start wrapping.
We're vibing. We're vibing.
We are absolutely vibing. I want to ask you though, before we do go, and I want to thank everybody here in the chat. I do see you guys. I love you all. Lindsay, Daniel, Jake, Sal, Jimbo, fucking Bill, Jesse, Burke.
Jimbo, shout out to Jimbo, dude.
Love all of you so much. Jeremy, I appreciate you all. We could not do this without you, your love, and your support. I want you guys all to make sure to go follow Raised Fist Propaganda. It is a group, and it is a public group.
We're public. Listen, I'm going to slip this in right now. I want to take you, Jimbo, and his wife out next time I go to Santa Cruz. I'm holding you to that shit. Let's do it.
Dude, that already happened. It's already put in my calendar.
Yo, vegetarian drinks are on me. Let's go.
I love it. Fuck yeah, man. Last question before we get going. Oh, it's been 1 hour and 45 minutes, bro.
Let's go. Let's do 4 hours. I want you to start snoring, dude.
It went by so fast. Fuck yeah, you guys. Real quick before we do wrap this up, I did drop my merch link in the bottom of the comments. I pinned it. If you guys want to support
buy the merch,
go buy the merch. If you want to go and support Jeff, please go and buy his merch. I also
thank you.
His comment down there as well.
Thank you.
Last question, bro. What is your best piece of advice that you could give the listeners at home, the people watching, all your fans, your friends?
I said it before, like don't let anyone stop you. Don't, just fucking do you. Perseverance, like you said before, that's a key word. And that's it. Like I went from first year photographer, like your shit sucks, to, hey, are you the dude from 15 years ago? Oh my God, can I take a selfie? I'm still the same dude, but it's when people see longevity, like you fucking win. And that's it. Speak with your art. Don't go on the internet like saying stupid shit. Just speak with your art. Use social media as a tool instead of a mirror. And that's it, man. Just be authentic, like you said. Like, be you. Like, hey, some people might not like the way I talk or my abrasiveness, or some people love it. Yeah, stick with the people that love you, man.
I've been heard I have an annoying voice. You know what, y'all?
No, I like it.
No, I'm just joking. That's so rude for me to
tell. Yo, TMI, bro. TMI.
No. It's one of those things where I'm like, well, yeah, maybe I do have an annoying voice, and if you
you don't.
Well, you don't have to fucking listen to me either.
No, I think you're personable. You have confidence. It's the energy. Like, people have energy. You have good, confident energy. That's more advice for the fans. Like, you can use your energy through your third eye to actually influence people. I'm telling you, like, we're electrical creatures. So if you think positive thoughts, like even last night, John Phillips, like, he's like, see what happens when you have good karma. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. It was so funny the way he said it. Cause me and him have had our creative battles in the past. And then last night we were just chilling at Denim and Revolution, and he's like, see what we were in the VIP. He's like, see what happens when you have good karma. I'm like, you're a funny motherfucker, dude.
My mom's asking really quick, you never told us what you're serving at your dinner party, or did you?
My dinner party?
The dinner party for the 5 guests, for Bob Marley, Bradley Noel, all the people.
Oh,
Peter Thomas.
We're gonna go with green tea. We're gonna green tea, and we're gonna do some rice and peas with some plantain. We're gonna keep it vegetarian. And we're gonna do jackfruit sandwich in honor of the vegetarians. Jackfruit.
Look at
Dude,
you.
jackfruit gets me like, it tastes like meat, but it's like, if you do jackfruit, like you get like really hyper on it. It's like really, really good for you. Look into jackfruit sandwiches.
When I interviewed Conga Curdy, he's all about that jackfruit.
Congo Kurt, he stayed on my couch as well. Yes, I'm gonna say that. He slept on my futon last summer. He's another dude. Like, I'm like, yo, do you want to play congas for my summer event? He's like, yeah, fly me out. I flew him out, gave him a couple bucks. Woke up on my futon. Like, that's a true artist right there, you know.
Such a sweet, kind-hearted, and humble human being. 1000% across the board.
He has nice hair. He uses a lot of conditioner.
Oh my god.
Congo, you know, his name is his inside name. He's probably getting mad if I say this. His on the low, his name is Bongo Bob.
Oh, Bongo.
Text him after this. Text him, say, "What's up, Bongo Bob?" And he's gonna be like, "Who told you that?"
I'm totally, absolutely, 1000% going to do that. You guys, I've had the most wonderful time with all of you. Thank you guys for participating in the chat, for fucking listening at home, for doing all the things. Make sure you go and support and it costs anything to go drop a like or two, join a group. You know what I'm saying? Make a few shares here and there. We ain't asking for your money yet.
Asking for your loving.
Jeff, you
listen,
have any?
I have a major announcement I would like to say.
Oh, announcement time.
In the next few months, I will get a haircut and trim my beard.
Okay, awesome. Are there any last words that you would like to say before we get this wrapped up?
Thank you for doing this. I think you have good energy. Thank you for contributing to the scene positively. I'm shooting a movie, and that's going to come out probably next year. It's called Skull Kiss, based on the Slightly Stupid image with the girl holding the skull. We have a few people from Pulp Fiction in it. We got Angelo Fishbone, and I'm in talks with the singer of Slightly Stupid, Miles, to do it. So let's see if this works out. It's going to be a 20-minute short film, Skull Kiss, for Tribeca.
Yeah, that's gonna fucking absolutely fucking happen. There is no ands, ifs, or buts about that. That's happening. So we look forward to seeing that when that comes out. Jeff, thank you so much for being an amazing guest. Anytime you'd like to come on the show to promote anything or just shoot the shit, let me know. You're always welcome.
Appreciate that.
It's been an amazing time with you guys. I love you all so much. Let me check my calendar really quick. Tomorrow I have, like I said, the Suicide Girl photographer, Sunny Sunshine, and I also have Jeremy Pena from the band Dulu's. Twice party tomorrow, you guys. So I hope that you come back and hang out with me tomorrow. Until then, make sure that you're kind, because you never know the battles that the people around you are facing. Try to keep a smile on your face, and it's a dangerous fucking world, you guys, so stay safe out there. Jeff, on 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3.
Peace.
Oh wait, what is this? Peace.